Hi, good morning. This is May Duldalal with candoitblog.com. My trusty little, it's called a Little Blue and it's an orange microphone. But anyway, welcome. And I might blow my nose. I have a little bit of getting over a cold. So if you're on my email list, that's why I have not emailed you as much because I've been getting over this cold. But anyway, just wanted to welcome you to today's episode 65, amazingly enough, of Enjoy the Journey. This is a 2015 marathon shirt. I happened to, 2010. What is it? Can't even read it yet. 2010. Okay. Have you ever done something that you never thought you would ever do, that you thought was too big a goal and that you did it? Well, I do this webinar every week about internet marketing, and the marathon is one story of, I never thought I could do a marathon, honestly. I mean, I ran when I was a kid, but I never ran more than a mile, really, maybe 2. And I walked at most 10 or 12 miles for a charity event, and that was it. And the thought of doing a marathon just made me I don't know if I'd ever want to do that. It sounds terrible. It sounds so long. And then one day I decided I want to do an Ironman. And an Ironman has a marathon in it, right? You swim for 2 miles, you bike for 100, and this is all actually less. You bike for 112 and you swim for 2.4, 2 whatever it is. And then you run a marathon. A marathon is 26 miles, right? So it's a long race, man. And in order to train for it, I realized I would have to do a marathon. So I did. And I just went and did it, and I trained and I went and did this marathon. And it was really amazing experience for me because I've never done one, never. And I just decided I'm going to do an Ironman, and then I did a marathon. And once you decide to do something bigger, then something smaller seems really easy to do. So I decided to do an Ironman, and then a marathon was underneath that. So that's what I did. So I went. Same thing with internet business. Okay. I started this business and I just wanted to make $3,000 a month. And I went for a goal that was bigger. They say to 10x your goal. So 10 times 3,000 is 30,000 a month, right? So I ended up, when I first started, I didn't make anything. Okay, it takes a while to get used to this, figure out what's going on and get used to promoting it and all that. And so I didn't make anything for 3 months. And then after 3 months, started making sales because I just listened to the products the things we sell teach you how to make sales. So I listened to it and it taught me, what to say, how to make sales and all that. So I just started doing it and I started making sales, right? I was like, oh, it's so cool. And I would start making sales. And then we had a day when we made for $4,000. And that was in one day. And my goal was $3,000 passive income per month. And I made $4,000 in one day. And I was like, wow, that is so much bigger than what my first goal was. Now, if I make $4,000 a day, every day, I don't, but if I did, how much would that be? Well, let's just round it up to 5. 5 times 3 is 15 and then add a 0. So $150,000 a month. And I know people who have made that much, although that's not common. All right. Oh, by the way, results are not typical. Just because I make this much and other people have made more does not guarantee that you would make the same amount if you were to do the same business, just to clarify that. And you can see our full income disclaimer at workwithmay.com/income. And I'm going to put it on the screen right now. Oh, May is my name, and workwithmay.com/income is the income disclaimer. So anyways, it's amazing what you can do when you open up your mind and you think bigger than where you are right now, right? Because if you want to do something different, and you want to change, you want to be better, you have to change something, right? You have to either change some skills or change your goals or change what you're doing. You have to make a change, okay? Because if you do the same thing over and over, it's very unlikely it's going to do anything different, okay? Now, if you keep hitting your head on the wall, maybe it'll break eventually, but what was the point of that, right? So if what you're doing isn't working, okay, so if you're in a life and your job is not making you the money that you want it to, and you just don't see a way to break out, or maybe you just have a dream, and you're like, I want to be wealthy, I want to have real money. I want to make money and not have to work in a job for it. I want to make money where I put in the effort first and then it multiplies later. And I just have to do things that I enjoy doing to keep it going. And, things like that. I want to have a lot of money. I want to be able to take my family on vacations when I want. I want to be able to go and buy a dress if I like it and not have to look at the price, right? Sometimes dresses are pretty expensive. I was shopping and this is something for me, I used to not be able to go into certain kinds of stores because I thought they were too expensive for me and it just intimidated me. They have people standing at the door looking in suits and I was afraid to go in or whatever. So recently I've been shopping in places that are more expensive, like Neiman Marcus, right? And I was looking at the dresses, and some dresses will cost $2,000 and some will cost $200. There's a big difference in price, right? Depending on which brand it is and if it's on sale and all this stuff. And I was like, wow, I ended up buying a really nice dress there, really nice. I've worn it to go out to nice places and I'm really happy with it. And it was at Neiman Marcus I found that dress, So I've been going to places that I don't usually go to before, and now I shop there regularly. I go to Nordstrom to buy Jamel, my husband, his gifts for whatever, Valentine's Day or anniversary. They have good selection for men. So it's really interesting. Places I never went to before, now I can afford. And if I never changed my mindset, if I never did anything differently, I wouldn't have gone into those places. But now everything I do changes. Like I do things I couldn't do before, I do them now. And I break barriers constantly. And that's how you want to be in your life, right? And I learned this recently from a course, very, very important. This course I highly recommend. It's called Psy. And it's a 3-day course. I took it when I didn't have a lot of money. I had a difficult money situation. I was overdrafting, and I work at a bank, right? So overdrafting puts you on this report, okay? And everyone in the bank, not everyone in the bank, sorry, the management of the bank, certain people up high will look at that report, not everyone. That's confidential, but if you overdraft a lot, you could lose your job, right? Because you're irresponsible with money. Yeah, you keep overdrafting. So I was super stressed out about it, right? And I just got an overdraft this day that this friend of mine asked me to meet him for lunch to talk to me about this seminar if I would like to go. And the first thing he asked me when we sat down is, how are you doing, right? Regular conversation. And I cried. I broke down. I was so sad because honestly, I was super stressed. I was scared about my job and I overdrafted again. And to me, that sucked. I was like, I was really sad. Like, I don't even know how to tell you. It was like, I did it again. I feel like an idiot. I feel stupid because I work at a bank and I overdrafted again, and I wasn't smiling. I was crying. I was crying because it sucked. I was downtown in this beautiful building and here I am overdrafting. And I didn't know when I was going to lose my job, but I felt like a failure, you know, and I worked at a bank and yet I couldn't handle my own money and I felt like a failure. And he told me that he went to this seminar and it taught him some tools and that he used the tools and he was able to master money. You know, he never has to worry about money. He has more than enough money to do whatever he wants. He has a house, he has this and that. And he said this seminar could help me with money management. And I was like, I don't have the money to go. It was crazy. Anyway, I ended up going to that seminar. And now, like I told you, now I shop at places like Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom, and it blows my mind, you know, and I highly recommend that seminar, okay? And this isn't only about it, but I'll put it on the screen so you know what it is. You can actually sign up there if you want. I don't get a commission or anything. I do not work for this seminar. I just love it. It just changes lives. So I recommend it, okay? So sizeseminars.com. You can go there. You can see it's in different cities. The great thing about it is when you do it one time, you can do it again. You can re-audit for free, which is so good because, you know, there's a lot that you learn that you forget that you want to learn again. So sizeseminars.com. And it really changed my life. Go. Okay, moving on. You can do things that create almost like miracle. It seems like a miracle. Okay, it might be a miracle to you. I mean, to me, being able to shop at places like that is a miracle, you know, and I get spa days in the spa next to Neiman Marcus, you know, and it's like regular now and I love it because I love spa days and I never, before a spa day, I never did it. You know, I never had a massage when I was younger. I never did that. I think I had one once. So this is an amazing journey you can have. Amazing. And highly recommend you think more about, you know, what you could do with your life because there's more possible than you imagine for yourself now. And there's more to life than, you know, just getting by day to day. There's actually a life where you can enjoy it and learn to grow in it. And growing creates more income, more health, more beauty, more love, you know, more balance. Maybe you become a community leader where you actually make a difference, you know, like there are children there that need education and food, and there's people out there that we can make a big difference for if we just decide to and grow. Whew. Okay, so as you know, a little bit sick here, but I think I heard my son crying. Hopefully he's better now. I don't hear him anymore, so hopefully Jamil gave him a hug or whatever he needed. Little kids sometimes need to have a little love. And sometimes he knows I'm not there because he can hear me and then he gets upset. But I think he's okay now, which is good. So moving on, today's topic is Facebook marketing secrets. And I'm talking about it because I use Facebook as one of my ways of marketing. There's two ways I market online, okay? And if you want to know more about marketing online or me, just go to candoitblog.com. I put it on the screen. You can go there. You can also opt into my email list. There's also a webinar there with our founder, David Wood. Very informative webinar. You definitely want to get on that. So when you go there the first time, that's what it's going to do. It's going to tell you to sign up for this webinar. So sign up for it. It's an amazing webinar and it's free. So just sign up for that. And it tells you more about this business. So definitely do that. There's also a blog though. I think after you sign up for the webinar, it takes you to my blog. I hope it does. Well, maybe it does. But if it doesn't, just scroll to the bottom and it says blog, very bottom. And you can click there to get on the blog. So the blog has my articles and other information on internet marketing, and also just being a better person, a better leader, books that are important to me and that help develop me and that can develop anyone. And I go through different trainings too. So there's a lot of information on that blog. I've been blogging for almost 3 years now. So there's a lot of stuff on there. So go ahead and check it out. So, okay, so Facebook marketing is one of my techniques. The first one's blogging. The second one is Facebook marketing. Okay. And also I share things on social media. So I'm doing this Hangout, which is on Google Plus. Yeah. And then I share it on my Facebook fan page and my Twitter and different places. So I do also share things on social media. So those are the types of marketing that I do. And today I'm going to talk more about Facebook marketing. Facebook marketing is the only paid marketing that we do. And we like Facebook marketing because you get to pick the people you want to see it. And basically, only people going to see it are people who are on Facebook. And since all of our team resources are on Facebook already, you know, if you decided to do business with me, we have a whole team of people. You know, we have an 8-figure earner, we have 7-figure earners, we have 6-figure earners, 5-figure earners, and all kinds, all on that one team training page. They have live webinars, we have team meetings, we have lessons and tutorials, and we do projects together. And so the only way to access that is to be on Facebook. So I use Facebook marketing because I want to attract people who are already on Facebook, right? Because they have the skills and they have the tools to do what I'm doing. Okay. So I like that. Also like it because they can actually see me and meet me first. And that's important because I don't want people to be like, who is this girl? You know, once they decide to do business with me and I call them and they're like, who are you? You know, I want them to actually know who I am and be like, oh yeah, I want to do business with you. I saw you on Facebook and I want to make money online. I want to learn what you do. So I'm ready and excited to get started. You know, I want people like that. So that's why I do Facebook marketing. It attracts. And the nice thing about it is people are only going to click on your link. And if they're interested in your business, they're going to buy your products only if they like you, right? And I want people to be attracted to me because I'm going to work with them, you know, and if they don't like me, I don't know how we're going to work very well together. So that's the biggest thing. So yeah, I love what I do. It's very inspiring for me, inspiring for others. And you have more inside of you than you think, you know. And I say that to people all the time. You know, there is an amazing person inside you that needs to come out. And if you can share it with the world through a blog, that's one way to get your message out there, because a lot of people are on the internet right now and they're looking for things that they need. And if you have something that they can learn from and use, then get on the internet and blog and do some marketing, right? Tell people about your blog, tell people about your message. So, okay, so I'm going to do some basic stuff here, but it's important. You need to do it. So let's start. And today we're going to create, which I have to do anyway. So, excuse me, a little bit. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to share my screen. Hold on one second. Okay, so share the screen. Here we go. Share the screen. Okay, so here I am on my Facebook, and I'm going to be going to this, let's see, where's Pages here? Pages, okay? So what we're gonna do is create a page. See that? So you have to have a page to have a Facebook ad. Okay, so what I'm teaching you is really important. Very important stuff. You have to pick a type of fan page. For simplicity, we're going to pick public figure because I'm a person, and when you do it, same thing. You're a person. Oh, what happened to my